Hello, welcome back to Al Talks. This podcast I started 3 years ago to chronicle me starting stand up. This podcast is a weekly podcast. It comes out once a week, and this is just a small little introduction video into the podcast. So, down below in the description of each episode, you can go to my Linktree and find links to everything connected to me. This podcast is available on YouTube, which you're watching it on right now, and also on Spotify. But yeah, that is just a small introduction into this podcast and everything that goes along with it. Yay, another podcast episode. This one I will be discussing doing the Show Me the Funny competition this year. I did it for the third time in a row, and I'll discuss how it went. I'll also be throwing out a comedy vlog. But what's wrong with this? I don't know. This program sometimes annoys me to no end. Oh, Lord. And also, the window has been open while you record the other two episodes, so that could lead to some outside distraction. Hopefully not. This microphone is designed not to pick up that sort of crap. So, we'll see. And is this even on? Hello. Hopefully it's on because I've recorded a lot of content. But yeah, so what did I want to talk about? Show me the funny. How did it go? For some reason, leading up to this Show Me the Funny, I didn't get to do an awful lot of comedy shows. I think I did like one. I tried to get onto another one, but I was kind of full up, unfortunately. And so it was, but this is like last year. I'd be like, last year I was writing an awful lot, working on a lot of new material. So I wasn't worried about the material as such because I'd worked really, really hard on material. It was for different purposes. It wasn't specifically for the show. But there was one particular thing from last year's show. It happened immediately after I did my heat of Show Me the Funny. What was I going to say? Yeah, that it was. That it was. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, basically, a joke had come out of that episode. Last year's heat, because at the end of the show I met an audience member and we were talking for a bit, and he mentioned something that either turned into a little story and a joke, which is what I was really, really looking forward to doing at this year's show. Also met a couple of new comedians because I was in a different heat. I'm usually kind of in the first heat every year, whereas this heat I was like the third heat, I think it was. So it was a bit different. Also quite enjoyable. And meeting new comedians as well. We had a great headliner in the form of A.T.P who's a fantastic comedian. Really, really funny. I've seen her perform a couple of times now. I think every time I've seen her was a headlining gig, or for her headlining spot. It was just really, really very, stuff you'd expect from a professional comedian, like very, very sharp, very, very tight material, sharp delivery, hilarious, and it was like great crowd work as well. And it was, yeah. So, so how did the show go? I I had prepared well. Everything was kind of okay. And then once because we're doing, I think, like between 7 to 8, 9 minutes, give or take. So my set that I prepared was about 7-ish.5 minutes, kind of 7 to 8 minutes. I kind of played it loose with some of the, it was kind of 30 seconds, 40 seconds in the kind of last joke or whatever. And then, so I go up and I'm on stage for about 4 minutes or so. And for whatever reason, I just have terrible brain fog or fart. I just couldn't remember what was on about. It was after one particular joke, and I was just. It was maybe like 30, 40 seconds of a pause, but I felt it just really for kind of felt self sabotage, and I have no idea where it kind of came from because I was like I said I'd prepared well for this. I'd rehearsed it a couple of times, and it was just kind of fell out of nowhere, and it kind of put me in the back foot. And then I continued like after that small little pause, I continued doing my set, and then I went upstairs and read my notes. I had done all the jokes that I had planned to do in the right order, but it didn't come to me for some reason, and it just kind of struck out of nowhere, and it was really I don't know what happened. It was really strange. I don't think I ever had it that bad on stand up. Like I'm trying to think of a time that it could have been that bad, but I can't because it's never happened to me, and it's really I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know where it came from. It was a little concerning, to be honest, because it was like the fact that I had done all the jokes I had planned to do as well. That's because that's what I thought happened, that I forgot and I pivoted to something else. Because by the time I don't know, it was really really weird. I don't know what was going on, to be honest. It was strange. Yeah, I don't know. It's never happened like that before, but I don't know. Really weird. Um, the rest of the comedians, like every year that I've performed at it, it is very hard to judge because the quality of like people, it's a competition, but it's also a fun gig. But also, because of the competition element, people bring their A game and whatnot. The thing that's like the pause and kind of forgetting that really stumbled me. I don't know where that came from. It was kind of came out of nowhere and was really off putting. To be honest, kind of pissed off about it because I thought I was going to go through in the final, but it was the material seemed to just I don't know what happened. It was weird. Definitely kind of um I don't know how I would say it. It was just I don't know, kind of hampered it in a way, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. Strange. Overall, very, very strange. I don't know how else to put it other than it's not something I've encountered before. Yeah, so definitely weird. And the day I'm recording this will be out in a couple of weeks' time. Like I said, it's part of the bulk record. And but today when I'm recording is actually the final of this competition, so hopefully good luck, I suppose, to what this would be in the future, but from the past. Ooh. So yeah, interesting little thought, I suppose. um I'm quite tired, so I'm gonna end it on this episode. It has been a struggle to record this week's and last week's episode because it was a long day when I recorded and it was raining an awful lot today, so yeah. But anyway, so that's it. This is the last of this bulk record. Next couple of episodes will be new stuff. And as per usual, help support the people that help support me down below. My fellow podcasters, my fellow comedians, my fellow artists, musicians, graphic designers. Check out their content. And also this content. Help us all rise together through YouTube stardom, so we can pay our bills using this. Thank you. It sounds like a me pitch, but anyway, so that's that, I suppose. I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.